Man, good morning, everybody. Good morning, good morning, good morning, and welcome back to the Smalls RV Adventures. This area is a little small here because I got this TV. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe. We're trying to reach 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year, so please hit that subscribe button. It's free. Don't think it costs you anything. Let's get into it today. There's a lot of things going on. You have tariffs being discussed between Canada and Mexico. You have the trades going on in the NBA. There's a lot going on and there's a lot to discuss. Oh, man. Let's first jump right in and talk about the trade with Anthony Davis from the Los Angeles Lakers going to the Dallas Mavericks, and he was traded for Luka Doncic. That trade blew the world open. Like, Luka Doncic is an international basketball player. Like, he's well known playing in the NBA, and to trade a superstar for another superstar is like it's very rare. Usually, a superstar is traded for like role players and draft picks, and usually the superstar is traded like further on in their career. There's almost never a time when two superstars are traded in their prime, and that's what happened in the NBA in the last week. So that thing is just like throwing all these like sparks and debates and all through social media. So I'm waiting for their first games to come out where their respective crowds are going to introduce them to the fans, introduce them to the world with their new teams. I can't wait for that. But let's get started. Let's get started, baby. It's a little warm. That's why I'm just in a t-shirt. The weather is warming up a little bit outside. Hopefully, it doesn't get too cold, but we're still in the winter, so it's going to get a little colder. But let's get this started, baby. Let's get this started. Let's get it started. And I don't even know who sings that song. Favorite seat when we come into the camper. I'm usually sitting. Oh, I'm actually sitting in the seat right next to where I'm sitting. My wife usually sits where I'm sitting. This one is actually better because it's right in front of the TV. But let's talk about some of the tariffs. This is not a political upload. It's not nothing like that. I'm just trying to explain what I'm seeing on the news to you guys. A lot of van life and RV life, we get a lot of our content from Canada. Like, we watch a lot of the material. And just like in Canada, they watch a lot of the US products, the US material, and shipping between both countries with van life and RV life is at a high because we get like van build kits sent up to Canada. You get things sent back down. Like, if you have your favorite content creators, we usually requested them to send us shirts and everything like that, or products that they have, and the tariffs would charge excuse me, I believe it was 25% on all of those goods. But the president is in talks with, I believe, the prime minister or whatever they call the leader of Canada, Justin Trudeau. They in talks to maybe negotiate a pause on that deal to prevent the 25% tariff. And the same thing with Mexico. I believe Trump, he made a deal already with the leader of Mexico, and they put a pause for 30 days. So hopefully, it could be a long pause on both deals. Maybe they can maybe they can negotiate something a little better. Small time businesses like content creators are not like hit large, because let's say I'm a very very small channel and a lot of my views come from Canada, and a lot of the product sales are also from Canada. So let's say if they're buying a shirt or something from the Smalls RV Adventure shop, it doesn't affect me in any way because I don't own the shop, but the shop is based in America. So the shop would take a hit, but the shop is not going to take a hit. The shop is a business, so they pass on the cost to the consumers, which is like normal, ordinary people that's purchasing the product. So we don't want to hurt the normal people, the consumers. So hopefully a pause goes into effect so that no one is affected by this, because we all love wearing our favorite content creators apparel. Excuse me. Little bug going around. I was sick, but I'm not sick now. Still have a little bit of the phlegm. But let's hope all of that comes to a capuche. Well, it's time to get started with the day.
It's totally amazing at how a couple of days, couple of hours can change the look of a scene that you previously drove through. A couple of days ago, I drove through this same part, this same hill, and it was covered in snow. And just a couple of days later, it's clear. It's just amazing how nature works and the weather works. Mother Nature, she's something, isn't she? But check it out, just driving along. Remember, like, comment, and subscribe. It's snowing here in this picture. You guys can't see it, but it's like little ice beads that are covered onto the ground here and to the car here. And I just tried to like show a little picture of it. The scenery, amazing. Whether it's snowing or it's regular, it's just breathtaking, this scene. You guys have seen this before, but it's just breathtaking, and I love to show it over and
Wow,
over again.
it's cold again. I thought that it was warming up, but as soon as I came out of the trailer, it was cold. It is freezing out here. And usually when I walk the dog around this area, I don't let him off his leash. The only reason is because there's a lot of deer out here. And the deer, they carry ticks, and sometimes the ticks be on them all year long. So especially when it's warmer, I don't let them off the leash. And I thought it was a little warm. And usually in this area here, there's not a lot of traffic, a lot of foot traffic. So a lot of the animals, the deer, the bear, other animals, they all run around there and they're full with ticks. So I usually don't let Mac off the leash around here because as soon as he comes out, that's where he likes to run because he can smell the other animals, just like old dogs. But he'll run wild in there, and I'm like scared for him to do that. It's kind of chilly out here, and it was snowing just a few minutes ago. It's like little ice, little things coming down, sticking onto the car. So I'm not sure if it was snow or not. It's like little icicles. Man, it's cold. I'm ready to go back in now. Ooh, it is freezing out here. Look at that. Wow. But this scenery, you can't beat it. The backdrop and everything, you can't beat it. And if you guys looking at this and it looks familiar, we did have the trailer here a couple of months ago, and we did a boondocking video in this same location. But now I'm getting back in the car and I'm going back because it's too cold to be outside. Let's go.
Weather keeps changing. It was warm yesterday. Now it's like really, really cold and it's snowing again. As soon as we got back in the car, it started snowing. Wow, this weather is like really unpredictable. And the way that I try to look at it is that I follow a lot of content creators from Canada and I see the weather that they're having over there and it predicts what we're going to get over here in a couple of days or sometimes in a week. So last week it was warm there, and then this week it got warm for like 2 days. But now it's getting back cold over there. So I'm thinking it's another cold front that's going to come over here. And maybe it's coming now. And maybe that 1 or 2 days that it was warm and it melted a lot of the snow, maybe that's gone. Because we are supposed to have like 6 more weeks of winter. But man, I am so tired of the cold right now. It's like I'm used to being out here and tent camping and doing everything in the cold, but I'm not motivated to do it now.
Well, we're back in the RV, and it is really, really cold outside. I tell you that right now. Let you know what the temperature is inside of the RV. It's not too much warmer inside the RV because I just turned the heating on. But it takes a little bit for the heat to come up. It's 55 degrees inside of the RV, but it's cold outside. It feels like it's in the 30s. I really don't like when it's that cold outside. When it's warm here inside, I like it. But that just goes to show you that, when you're getting a little bit older, you don't like the cold weather as much. I had to clear out the a lot of the products that I had in here before because I had a lot of products in here inside of the motorhome that I was going over, and I cleared all of those out. I put them into into safekeeping. But whew, it is cold outside, so I'm gonna go in right now. And where did I put this clicker at? I had a clicker. I don't know where I put it. I think it's in my in here. Like a lot of times when you have things in your pocket and you misplace them, it's crazy. And I guarantee you it's in here. Yes, it's in here. But I'll be right back with you guys. I'm coming right back. Well, I'm back. If you couldn't tell, I had to run out. Nature called, baby. Nature called. And it was so funny because I wasn't going to say anything, but it was just so funny because I was just like, oh, where's the clicker? I got to stop the clip. I got to stop the video. Because I had to go to the bathroom. Oh, it was so funny. That's happened to me before, but it was just funny. I thought I'd throw it in there to tell you. And I got to charge my camera again, my outdoor camera here, the doorbell camera. I don't know if you guys know what it sounds like, but when you press the button here, you hear it and it rings. So you get a little. That's the way that the doorbell sounds. And then you get a notification on your phone saying that oh there's somebody at your front door, and then you can talk to the person too on the front door, which is really cool. And this is not like Ring doorbell. This is like a knockoff brand, but it works the same. It's really cool. You know, I plug it in and usually have to leave it charging for about a couple of hours, and it goes back to 100%. And it'll last a week or 2 weeks depending on what the weather is like. If it's snowing outside, then it's going to pick up the snow moving and the battery's going to run out a little faster. So instead of lasting 2 weeks, it may last a week. So you'll get an alert on your phone too, and it'll say that, oh, you have a low battery on your door camera. So I just recharge it. And then we have this waggle camera. I'll give you guys a close up on it. In a second. But we have the waggle camera also, and that's always on, working off the Starlink. And we have the pet monitor. The pet monitor has its own internet. So I'm going to give you guys a little close up on those things too. Some of the gadgets that we use inside of the RV. And it works. Always on, always on. And I like it. I can't complain. This is where I have everything plugged in. I make it look a little better when everyone's in here so it's not in the way. But here's the doorbell. It just velcroed on. I velcroed on the back, and I have another velcro piece on the side of the camper, and it stays up there really nice. I take it off when we're driving. Here's the camera. I'm gonna see. You can see it moving. It follows me wherever I go. It follows your voice. It's really spooky, but it works. But that's from Waggle. I put a link down in the description. Here's the pet monitor too. I put a link down in the description for that. And this is like the Starlink. This is the router. The antenna is outside, and that's always on. This is the battery bank here, and up here is the router. These things have a little bit of heat, not a lot, but it's really good. And this is UPS, I believe it's called. That's just in case the power goes off. It will keep all of these things powered for like maybe 2 hours, just in case the power comes back on, or I can catch it because it'll start beeping. You know, having all of these things is valuable. I didn't think it would be so valuable having all of these things in here, but it makes it feel more like a home. You know, we inside of here, and it's just the extension of our home because you can sit here, you can relax, and again, you know, this is like fully off-grid capable rig because you can be out in the mountains somewhere where there's no shore power or in a rest area off a highway, and it's just a button right in the front to cut on the generator, and all of the power that I'm using now is just running the generator, which is really cool. So let me show you some other things that we use when we're not using the generator. So this is a Markson G1500 portable power station. This thing is huge. It weighs a little bit. It's not that heavy, but it has some weight on it. But when we're using the electric griddle or the air fryer, we usually plug it into the portable power station, the Markson G1500, and it's really good. It's at 95% right now, and usually it's at 99, but sometimes it goes down to 95 or whatever. You know, we plug it in, you turn on the EC outlets, you can turn on the USB outlets, and everything works really well with that. This is fully off grid capable. You can just use this and plug your camper into that, and it works really well. So Mac is just hanging out by the heater and he sees the dog biscuit by hand and he wants it. His eyes don't light up as much as it does when he had those cinnamon twists from Taco Bell the other day. But he certainly likes these things. And some people like seeing Mac. They love dogs. So it's like, sit. So I like to show him a lot of the times too, just so people can see him and how happy he is. Sit, sit. And this is like torture for him because he can see the dog's biscuit that I'm holding. That's why that tail is going like 90. And I'm going to give it to him, but just wanted to show you guys a little sign of Mac here. Very gentle dog, too. Very protective, very gentle and very protective, especially of the kids. He doesn't like anyone coming close to the kids. He won't bite you, but he looks very intimidating if you try to get close to the kids. But then, once you get close and he sees you're friendly, he'll just like pet. He just wants pets and everything like that. He's not gonna bite you. But I'm pretty sure if he needs to protect, he will protect. Because I've seen him do it before with me where he tried to actually bite somebody that he thought that I was having an altercation with. I'm like, no, no, I'm not having an altercation. But that's him. He's a lab, chocolate lab, 3 years old. This video is getting a little long, but remember, guys, like, comment, and subscribe. We're almost at 7,000 subscribers. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. I'm asking you guys to please hit that subscribe button. It doesn't cost you anything, it's free. We provide videos every 2 days. We try to do every 2 days. I'm going to start throwing some live streams in there, and we're going to be putting up a lot of posts, especially with every video that we do since we're doing so many. Well, as soon as we go far ahead into the future, not that far ahead, we're going to be doing more posts so that you guys can see exactly where we are. And for the members of the channel, that we're going to be giving you more exclusive views, background shots of everything we're doing inside of the camper. But this is the RV life. You know, we love it, and we transition into this motorhome from the travel trailer. So sometimes when I'm talking about it, you'll hear me say trailer or something like that. It's just because we were years with the travel trailer, and then we transitioned into the motorhome. So this is actually our first winter having the motorhome. We're hoping that as the weather continues to improve, then we start venturing out again, that nothing went wrong in the winter with the motorhome, because that's going to delay a lot of our plans. We're going to have to put it in the shop if something is wrong with it, which I don't think there is, because we pretty much leave this thing uh, still and it's in a safe spot and it's heated. So I don't really think that we will have much issue. I'm just like a big worrier, and that's it. But remember, guys, hit that subscribe button. We would love, love, love to get to 10,000 subscribers by the end of the year. We would love to reach that 7,000 subscriber mark. Remember, it's free. If you can get a chance, check out the Smalls RV Adventure Shop. The Smalls RV Adventure Shop has a bunch of apparel, shirts, hat, clothes, everything that you need to support the channel. There's also a thanks button below. If you want to help out the channel in any way, you can hit that thanks button. Whatever we get for the channel goes right back to the channel. There's also a Buy Me a Coffee app um, uh, that's in the description link. You can buy me a coffee, and I'll certainly thank you. You can leave a message in the app in the link, and I'll get back to you in the link saying thank you. I see all of the messages that everybody sends, and I thank you so much for that. I'm gonna start giving people shout outs pretty soon on this channel that went through the link for Buy Me a Coffee and bought me a coffee. Also, check out our Amazon storefront. Our Amazon storefront is going to have all of these products that you see us using when we're in the motorhome. The products that I showed you today, I'm going to put a link down in the comment section. I'm going to pin the links down in the comment section so that if you guys wanted to get a quick snapshot of the products that we're using, you can get it that way. And it's going to be the Waggle camera, the Waggle pet monitor, the door camera, and the Marxin G1500. We're going to put all of those down in there. This is to help you guys out where you don't have to be searching the internet for a lot of the products, where we can show you the products that we use that work for us. And remember, with all content creators, if you see a product over and over and over again on that channel, that means it's a good product. So, guys, remember, please hit that subscribe button. I'm going to leave you guys with a look at Mac.